diving right into the objectives of your ad. There are many objectives, and for different brands, you can choose different objectives. Every brand has something in particular that they want to achieve via social media advertisements. Okay, I'll just dive right into the explanation of each objective. Now, the first one is brand awareness. What does brand awareness mean? I'll give you all an example. When we were younger, we had these television serials happening all the time in our houses, and we used to have these advertisements that used to come in the middle of every the breaks, right? Most of us still remember the jingles of those ads. Like if it was a Nirma or it was an Ujala, like Char Bundo Wala Ujala, like all of us still remember it today. Why do we remember it? Because those advertisements were literally drilled into our brains. Similarly, what Facebook does with brand awareness ads is they drill the picture into our brain, they drill the advertisement into our brain. What will the result look like? That in this much amount, these many people will remember, most likely remember your ad. That's what the work of a brand awareness ad is. They want to drill it into your brain. They want to drill the brand into your brain. Okay. The next one is reach. Reach is basically, think about literally your ad spreading like wildfire. You make your audience, you make your, your exact audience that you want to, you get your creative in place, all of that is in place. And then you start your reach ad, and it's literally spreading the ad like wildfire. It's showing anybody and everybody the ad that's obviously in the in your audience range. Okay. The next one is traffic. Traffic is something I'll be showing to you guys more in detail. But just to give you all a sort of a brief on traffic, it basically means leading people to a particular destination. It will be a link that you will be adding into your ad, and getting people to reach that particular destination is what traffic ads mean. Engagement. If, for example, any of your brands has an event, or it's something that you want to basically get people to engage with your brand, do an engagement ad. An engagement ad means to get people to engage with your ad. It means commenting on your ad, sharing your ad, tagging, whatever, anything that's basically in the engagement word, that will basically happen with your ad. They will charge you on the basis of engagement with your ad. App installs, the word itself says it, installation of apps. So how many ever app installs happen, that's how Facebook will again charge you. Video views, you put in your video in place of the creative section, and you get in how many ever views you get in, maybe the 3 second, 10 second, that's how it's counted on Facebook as well. Lead generation, again, so explaining it to you all with an example. So if you have a client who runs a gym, and they are located in 5 localities or whatever areas in your city, they come to you for lead generation. What does lead generation mean? Getting the name, number, email ID of a potential customer. You basically get your client leads, you get your client names, numbers, phone numbers, and email IDs. This also helps your client create a database. A database means that you need to, the client eventually, once they have like a really big database, or like say it's 50,000, 1 lakh people or whatever, they can go back to those people and recontact them. So, a lot of times we get these calls from gyms saying, hey, we have this offer. It's because you're part of the database of that gym. They've probably, they've probably got your number from some source, and they are now basically getting in touch with you again to kind of get you as their customer, get you to pay for one of their classes or whatever. That's what a lead generation ad means. Messages means getting people to come into your inbox to basically talk to you somehow via your like Instagram DM, Facebook DM, Facebook inbox, whatever. Okay, you basically have a conversation with your potential customer, and you get in touch with them, and you try and obviously get a sale eventually via having a conversation with them. Now, conversions means eventually getting your client a sale. Conversion ads are a little bit more complicated. You need to make sure that there is this part in your conversion ads which is called a Facebook pixel. Now, if your conversion objective is to eventually get your client a sale, on the back end of the website, there you need to copy and paste the Facebook pixel code from the Facebook area. So you will open this conversion ad, You'll check when you finish all your creatives and you've added all of that, which I will show you when I'm doing the traffic ad. Go to the conversion section and you will check out, there'll be this code that Facebook has made for you. You copy that code and you paste it in the back end of the website. Now, this pasting part will be done by a website developer. You don't need to do it. Okay, so you paste it at the back end of the website, and eventually that will help you calculate your conversions. So if you're getting a sale, that code, that tracking will happen via that Facebook code. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated to understand, so if you all have any questions related to this, you all can ask me in the comments in the chat box, but I will not be able to show you all an entire full-fledged conversion ad. Catalog sales is basically putting your products into a catalog which Facebook itself is making for you. Super simple. And that's how you kind of sell your product. Okay. Store traffic is getting people to physically come into your store. Again, with a store traffic ad, make sure your ad is in that locality, 2-3 kilometers around your store. It's not gonna make sense for you to put it 20 kilometers away where someone's gonna have to travel to come to your store. So that's not making sense at all. Okay, now I'm gonna stop and I'm just gonna take in any questions that you guys have.